Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? What have you been up to? Are you ready to discuss the next book in the Orisha Legacy of Orisha Readalong? So today we are here to discuss the second book in the Legacy of Orisha trilogy. These are the three books. I currently have all three of them. I own the first two, and I do have the third one from library right now. I haven't bought it because they don't have it in paperback edition just yet. So I have it from library. There we go. And yeah, we are today discussing Children of Virtue and Vengeance. This series is by Tomi Adeyemi. I also have a picture of her somewhere. She's here. Beautiful woman. And yeah, I finished this one 20 minutes ago. I finished it 20 minutes ago. So it's all very fresh. Why is the camera being so? I think it is because this is shiny, so it's trying to focus on that. So that goes away. Um, so it's very fresh in my memory. And yeah, I'm excited to discuss with all of you. We're gonna wait a little bit until maybe more people will pop in who would like to discuss the book, because I know there is a few. Okay, now it froze. Now it froze. I'm so sorry. What's happening? There we go. Am I back? I think I'm back. Sorry about that. The laptop is not having a good time. But it's okay. I prepared the spreadsheet. Children of Virtue and Vengeance. And I'm going to... There we go. So... Hello, Larissa. Welcome, welcome. I finished it on Friday and read 2 books in between, so we will see how much I remember. Okay, wow. You are on a reading spree here. You're reading so much. Wow. 2 books since Friday. That's impressive. Um, let me adjust so I can lean back, because my back will hurt a lot otherwise. Hopefully this is okay. Hopefully you can still hear me well. But yeah, we'll see how much you remember. We'll see how much I remember. I mean, I finished it just now, but I did read it very quickly, so we shall see. I did write some of the notes, or some of the thoughts in the Discord, so if I don't remember something, I can go always back and see what did I actually write there and what did I think. Also, before we go further, I'd like to thank Diana for gifting me the second book in the series. The first one I bought myself. The second one was a gift from Diana. So thank you, Diana. I don't think you're watching, but still thank you. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Daniel. Hello. Yeah, we are going to maybe talk first a little bit just about the book in general before we dive into spoilers. And we will dive into spoilers because things have happened. And I don't know, maybe it's spoilers anyway, because it is the second book in the series. So it could be spoilers for the first book. So I don't know how to treat this, how to deal with this. But yeah. If you don't know, which I doubt there is anyone here who doesn't know, this is YA, so young adult fantasy series set in Western Africa. set in Nigeria, I want to say. I believe so. Do we know? I think, yeah, Nigeria. Uh, there are there is a map. So we have Lagos as a main city. We have Ibadan, Ibeji, which I believe are real places, and then we have some other towns that are not real places, I believe. But this is the map. So this is set in Nigeria, and we have basically a kingdom where there are magi, and they are being hunted by the royal court for their magic because they are too dangerous with their magic. That is what happens in the first book, and or that's basically the setup of the first book. We follow the Magi girl Zelly, and we have different points of view as well, and uh, yeah, how she runs away from the royals and how she tries to bring magic back, basically. And yeah, that one was good. The second one, I'm not gonna say what it's about because spoilers. So we'll get into it when we get to the spoiler part. So let me know what you thought, if you have any thoughts that we could discuss before like spoilers, or let me know if you think we should just jump right into the spoilers right away. Hello, Efka. Sorry, I'm a bit late. No worries. I was a bit late myself, so no worries about that. Happy you're here. Um, yeah. Did you manage to finish the book on time? I finished it like 20 minutes ago. Seriously. So yeah, and I'll be honest. I finished it 20 minutes ago. I wanted to start the third one right away. I was like, I need to know what's happening. So it's good I have the third one. I cannot start it right now because I'm starting a buddy read tomorrow, a different one. But maybe after that one, I can jump into this. Ooh, fun. Here we have bigger map. I love it. I love it. So I'm really excited to continue with the third one actually, even though I did say on the Discord that I did not really like the writing of this one, which is still true. I still think it was not written very well. I still think there are lots of things that should have been focused on or more explored, more developed, but I still enjoyed it a lot, and I still need to know what happens next. Like the ending, the last maybe, I don't know, 20%, that really hit it. Really did. Yes, I need the third one. Yes, I'm so glad you think so too. Finished it over an hour ago. Nice. Yeah. So you have a little bit more space to think about it than me, so that's nice. Um, but yeah, you know what? Let's just jump right into the uh, spoilers. I'm gonna add the spoilers for Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Then ge an then ge answer. Yes. um there you go. So I think we can just go into the spoilers. So if you have not read this book, or if you uh, don't want to get spoiled for it, you know, then this is your clue to go. Thank you very much for hanging out, but this is gonna be now spoilers. So don't spoil the book for yourself. And you can come back and watch it later if you'd like to. I like the pacing. It was a good balance between the scenes of fighting and talking, although I had problems with the writing. It read to me more like I'm an outsider looking in instead of being there. Yes. I do agree with the pacing. The pacing was good. I did not have problem with that at all. And Yeah, I didn't like the writing. I don't know if I really. I don't think I felt like I was standing outside and like, instead of being there, I felt like I was there. But to me, it felt like they were just switching opinions too quickly, especially Inan was switching opinions way too quickly, and like way too quickly he jumped from one conclusion to the other, and then he was like, oh no, but mother is right, no but the Zeli, no but mother, Zeli, mother, Amari, and like constantly, and that bothered me so much. And that was kind of the problem. Like overall it felt like um the characters were just changing opinions way too quickly and way too easily and all the time. Like I don't have a problem with characters changing opinions. That's fine, but it needs to have some reason. This felt like okay, reason. There was reason, I guess, but it still felt like too many times in a short time. Um, and yeah, that I think was my problem. But otherwise, yeah, it was not too bad. Then the ending and the epilogue, yeah, that ending. Um, I With the ending, should we just jump right into that? I feel like that was a little bit too easy. How they got into Lagos. I feel it's just like they just were outside of the city, then they were on the boat, and suddenly they were in the palace. Like how? Where did the army go? Where did the Lagos army go? How did they just get through? Like they just got through. Like yeah, we know they are super powerful, but we completely missed that scene. How they got into the castle. I don't know. That was weird, but it was still like very strong ending, I would say. Yeah, Inan irritated me a bit. Like he couldn't think for himself. Yes, definitely. Um, yeah, he was always just swayed by other people, and he couldn't stand up for what he believed in. And then when he did, and it backfired, it makes sense that then he, was like, okay, I'm gonna agree with mother. Like she has a point, but he didn't have to go like all the way. And yeah, he just should have stood by his opinion more and investigated more. Like he knew how it was from the opposite side, from the magi side, thanks to Zeli. But he still like forgot about it real quickly. I don't know. Inan was like, as much as I loved his POV in the first book because it was so conflicting, in this one I still liked it because we kind of got to see his side of the story, or like what was happening on the royal side of the story. But I did not like him. Like the yeah, how fast he switched opinions all the time. That was just too annoying for me. The ending was epic though. I don't really get the hate this series gets so far. Yes, me neither. I think like the second book is not as bad as everybody says, or especially compared to the first one. I don't feel like is it actually. I feel like the plot was so much more fun. I think the character building and the world building was better in the first one than in the second one. In the second one, we didn't get much of that at all. But I think the second one had great plot, like all the fighting and all the exploration. It kind of reminded me of Aragon at one point, or like no, not at one point, like a few points, like throughout. Somehow, I kind of sometimes felt like this is kind of like Aragon, so that was nice. And then Amari in the end pulled Daenerys, which was a little sketchy. So it it wasn't as bad as everybody says. Like, oh, the first book is great, the second one was so bad. I'm like, I don't think so. I disagree with that. I felt way more connected to the characters in book one in comparison to book two. Yes, I agree. Um, Also, as we talked about that um, I didn't like Zelly from the start because she was so unreasonable and so stubborn and didn't want to listen to anyone. I liked Amari and Inan because they were kind of more the voice of the reason. But as you said, Ifka, on the Discord, it is because we get their point of view. So if we didn't get their point of view, I'm sure I would be very like doubtful of their intentions as well. So in that sense, like I don't think like I was like upset that Zelly was suspicious. I don't think like I understand that she was suspicious, but I just didn't like how stubborn she was and how she didn't want to listen to other people discussing the war strategies. She just thought she was right, even though she has no war experience whatsoever. So that's kind of what bothered me, and that's kind of also a little like writing issue, I would say, because it makes sense because she is super strong. She has like incredibly strong magic, so it makes sense that she is the character that they turned to. But it also needs some development. You need to build on something. Like that's what I don't like in fantasy series, when somebody just does something perfectly the first time they try it, uh, like this. Like she's supposed to know war. So yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of things that I liked and a lot of things that I didn't like that much. And I get what you are saying about the ending. Where was the army? How did they get to Lagos so quickly? Yeah, exactly. Like where was the army? Maybe it was a setup. Could be a setup because they did get like abducted, or no, but Amari was there as well. I don't know, and I didn't trust Rowan as well. For example, Zelly trusted him fully, even though he's a sellout, obviously, but she didn't trust Amari. But I didn't trust Rowan because at some point he was dealing with the queen. So did he betray them, the Magi, to the queen for the money? That's what I'm thinking. But I guess we'll see. I don't trust him. It's not bad, but I do think book one is better. Yeah, I think so too. Ifka, this was a bit too much all over the place. Book one was stronger. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I think book one was stronger as in overall. Book two, I liked all the different things it wanted to do, but it didn't feel like it was well written to me. Like it would need more work. It would need maybe into two books to properly develop everything, to get more into the atmosphere, to get closer to the characters, their backgrounds and everything, stories, and yeah, I don't know. Could have gotten more. I also didn't like Zelly's stubbornness, and Marie and Inan were trying to be better royals at that point. Yeah, exactly. I feel like he's one of the assassins his mother was talking to. Yes. That was actually very clear in the audiobook. The audiobook gave Rowan a very clear accent. So that was clear that Rowan was one of the assassins that his mother was talking to. And that's why I'm so suspicious, because clearly he went to the queen to offer help. And then suddenly he came to Zelly, like, and I'm supposed to trust him. Yes. It felt rushed to get a second book out. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, definitely felt like it, but it wasn't that fast, was it? I think that was the problem, that it came out so late. That's why people didn't like it so much. Um, 2018. Okay, so it didn't take that long. 2018, and this one 2019. This one came out 1 year later. It's this one that's 2024. 5 years later. Yeah, this one is 5 years later. But these two came back to back, so that shouldn't be the problem. Or I mean, that was not what people were talking about, that it was so far apart. But yeah, could be that it was like rushed. to get out, so didn't have enough time to work with it. So that actually gives me hope that the third one will be great because she had a lot of time to work on it. So I'm really hoping because the cover looks stunning. We know that Zelly, right? Is it? Yeah, I think you can see her golden tattoos and everything. So this is Zelly, and she looks gorgeous with all the like things around her face, on her face, the decoration and everything, or what is it called, jewelry. I adore it. So I can't wait. I think it's Zelly. Yeah, I think so too, because this definitely is Zelly. This has her golden tattoos on the cover. That's definitely Zelly. And I would think this is also Zelly because she's the only girl with all white hair there that is all like wavy instead of curly. So this is Zelly. Um, so this also must be Zelly. I love how she progresses on the covers. Really cool. Uh, Hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Good morning, Kale. Hi. Um, yeah. What did we think of Mama Agba and what happened in the end to Mama Agba? The cover on the last one is badass. Yes, it is. It's I can't help myself. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Um, but Mama Agba sacrificed herself. That was sad. That was sad. Yeah, it was very sad. I felt really bad for Zelly just coming to Amari. Hi, I need a sacrifice. That's so brutal. Wow. Of all the people I love you the least. Like, what the heck? So that was funny and crazy. I love Mama Agba, and I nearly cried at the end. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was very sad. But it had to be done. It had to be done for them to win. The problem is they still haven't won. They still haven't won. What are they gonna do? They're going to take them to a different kingdom or like different island. So I'm really curious what happens there. So yeah, really excited to read the third one. What is the first sentence? I wanna know. Help me is the first sentence. The quiet prayer waits on my lips, afraid to be spoken aloud, somehow knowing if I reach for help, only silence will follow. Yep, I can't wait. New Gaia, Mount Gaia, Orisha. Wait, what? Okay, that's big. There is even scale, like 1 inch is 2,000 kilometers. That is big. That is a big country. Um, I still don't understand why Amari did what she did. Can someone explain? Um, well, first of all, we don't know what the original plan was, so that's hard. Because they had some plan and she just went like um she went kind of wild. She went rogue. But the way I understand it is that they had a plan to go attack the palace, but as they were on their way, they got attacked. So she thought they were like it was a trap and all was a setup. So um, she thought it was a setup and she thought she had to do something to kill the queen and Inan. And yeah, there was something she had a dream about, yeah, with Inan, that the mother will not stop at anything. And then when she found out that they were like tricked, then she wanted to still make sure that she kills them, because they will run away and they will not stop at anything. So she decided to unleash everything she had to kill them, and at any cost. That's how I understand it. um, because she thought otherwise they would get away, and like lots of magi would die for nothing, and the entire crowds that they sent to Lagos would also die, which happened anyway. I mean, well, didn't, but kind of. That's how I understood it anyway. Let me know if that makes sense. Uh, I love that Mama Agba's prophecy was brought up in the end as well, and how she spoken to all the elders. Yeah, definitely. Yes, Larissa, I didn't understand that as well. Was so confused. Okay, now it makes way more sense. Oh, it does. Okay, yeah. Because she thought it was lost, like because she thought that Zeli died, and if there is no Zeli, like they were defenseless, kind of. She felt, and since Inan told her that mother won't stop at anything, then she decided to do the same, and not stop at anything, and get rid of them to stop the war. So it kind of makes sense, but it is still very brutal. Like, what the heck? And it still didn't work. She still didn't kill them. I don't understand if the mother survived in the end. Like, Inan poisoned her, right? And yet she was walking around. Like, nobody can kill her. She survives poison. Like, what's happening? Did the mother die? And as I said on Discord, she was behind it all along. I was right. The first time she came and was this like really brutal, decimating villages, I was like, I bet she was behind the king being so evil from the beginning. And I was right. I was right. Women are evil sometimes. So I got that right. And yeah, what else we want to discuss? I don't know if there was anything more. I was thinking that the Zeli would be able to use all the magic, that that she got all the colors, but it turns out so far that she only can use the Moonstone to connect with other magi's of different magic, so she doesn't have the magic herself, which is a little disappointing, but at the same time more realistic, like it's not the ideal chosen one story in fantasy. So that's, I like, it's okay, that's good, but I was a little bit like, that's it, you need to sacrifice someone every time you want to use this. That's brutal, but okay. Yes, she was behind everything. I guess when the queen revealed it, yeah, I did not. I was like, I knew it, I knew it. She carried a lot of hate, so I suspected it. Yeah. The sanctuary. When Zelly became an elder and how she felt at home and connected to her mother, that was really touching. Yeah, definitely. The sanctuary was really cool, I thought. Um, I also loved how Amari stepped up for herself. Stood up for herself. And but we never found out if the one she fought, if she woke up from the coma, or if she died, or what happened with her. We never found out. She just was in coma and then we forgot about her. Um, but I really like that, actually. Even though I was like, "Oh, you use the magic against the magi," and I asked not you not to. I'm like, well, what was she supposed to do? Like, there are so many opportunities for Zelly to have Amari's back, and even if she disagreed, she still could have said like, "But maybe give her a break." Like, I don't fully trust her either. Like, of course she's connected to the blah blah blah. Like, she could have defend Amari a little bit, but because she didn't, I think she indirectly invited Amari to use the magic against Magi. That's how I felt. And on the contrast, how Amari was neglected and treated in the same sanctuary. Yes. Yeah. That was very interesting. I think that was well done. Yes, she did stood up for herself. That was so intense, and the narrator did such a great job at that scene. Yes. Yeah, I really like that. They clearly didn't trust her, but they were not wrong. Amari and Inan are not unstable. Are too unstable. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the point that they were right. It's just the way they completely like it's one thing to be a bit suspicious of someone and be like, I don't really trust you and stuff. And the other one is like, you have no right to speak. If you speak another word in front of me, uh, I will kill you. Like, that is like, no. I am not surprised that Amari stood up for herself because that is just bullying. That is completely unreasonable and very disappointing coming from an elder. That's how I saw it. But like I understand why they would be suspicious. Like if we didn't have Amari's point of view, then of course we would be suspicious as well. I imagine. But still, like that, she was just treated really badly, and yeah, Amari was unstable. Yeah, I think they both were. They were both were hurt by the people they loved. They both trusted their parents, who turned out to be horrible people. So they do have trauma, both of them, that transfers into they need to prove themselves and they need to fix it because it was their family that broke it. Like, understandable. I don't, you know, condone it, but understandable. So, yeah. And I actually believe Inan that he didn't bring the army to when he was about to meet up with Amari, when he brought the treaty. I actually believe that Inan. I actually, well, we did see it from Inan's point of view, didn't we? Like that he was mad at Ojore, was his name, uh, for blabbing. So yeah, he wasn't that bad. I mean, of course, he wasn't good, and he did even say at once, like, she paid for the mistake of trusting me. So that was clear that he betrayed her and he was aware of it. But uh, still, like, they were still very conflicting, and I like that, like, great characters, you could say. So that's really cool, I think, because it makes you think, it keeps you on your toes. Do we trust them? What will they end up doing? I liked it. um should we go through the compile, through the, what is it, 7 categories, and see what we thought about each of them and rate it? Or how are you feeling? Would you like to do that? Because I have it open, so I could do that. I haven't done that in a while. Wow, I'm so behind. um I Yeah, go for it. Okay. Yeah, let's. So, Children of Virtue and Vengeance. To rate it through Copile, first we have characters. What did we think of the characters? Are they memorable? Were the secondary characters distinguishable or important, additive to the story? Did you care about what happens to the characters? Were they flat, one dimensional? Do you have a good idea of their personality? Would it be easy to describe them to a friend? Here, actually, all of those, I would say, um, they were quite interesting. Even the side characters, I like how they described some. Like, some of them, I could clearly imagine, even though we didn't get really that much page time for them. But you could still really, you know, read into them and understand them. But I mean, I don't remember the names, but the names are really crazy, difficult. But, like, for example, I did not remember and I couldn't distinguish between the last ones when they were doing the Nihao and Nao, and these people, like I couldn't tell who is who. I just knew they were all elders, but I did not know who is supposed to do what. So that would be a little bit, like unbalanced, or could have been done better. But overall, I don't know. Did I care about the characters? Yeah, I did. They were very frustrating, which I think is also good. They're great characters, which I think is good. That we don't have only plain good or plain bad. We have a mix. I like it. So I like that. I never used Copel, but I'm interested in how it works. Okay, okay, that's interesting. Uh, do you know how it works, or should I explain? Uh, I can explain. It is a system developed by G, and you have, yeah, it's Copel. So you have characters, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment, and you rate each of them from 0 to 10. And then the resulting, like that will give you a resulting rating, what you eventually rate the book. So that's it basically. Characters is a hard thing to rate in this one. Yeah, it is because some, I did not care about, some were great. What to do with this? I think I'll give characters, I think a 7, because I did not remember a lot of them, but I also really liked the ones that I did remember. I did not like Zeli, how she was just changing her opinion. Let's run away. Ooh, war! I wanna live. I need to fight. Let's run away. Oh no, I wanna fight. It's like, make up your mind, girl. This is a big deal. Thank you, thank you. I got tea. So yeah, it was so. Uh, Thanks. Of course, you're welcome. Uh, okay, enjoy. Sorry. I would say 7. Yeah, I also say 7. Was debating between 6 and 7. Yeah, you can put 6.5 if you want. Sometimes I'm so like I can't decide. I even put like 6.75 or something. You can do whatever you want, honestly. So I think I'm gonna put 7 for this. Um, because I will be honest, like I really did appreciate how we had the great characters, that both Inan and Amari, you want to trust them, but you know you can't. And I mean, I trusted Amari all along, so I was like, really, she's gonna pull Daenerys, and she did. So a very great character. Yeah, I don't know, I enjoyed it very much. So that will be a 7 for sure. Next up, we have atmosphere. Here, how immersive was the read? Were you able to picture the setting, the characters, and the creatures? Was the energy in the scenes palpable, or was it not very convincing? Um, I'm following you both with the 7. Okay, nice. The atmosphere, I think Larissa will give this very low, since you said that you could, or it may be writing, I don't know, that you felt like you were not there, that you were just told what's happening. I felt like I was in the scenes, but I think we could have used a bit more descriptions, like when they were stuck in the, like when they were tunneling through the mountains. Like I don't even know what it means. Like were they actually like digging a tunnel through the mountain with the magic, or were they just like the flies just traveling through the mountain? Like I actually don't know. 5 for me. Fair. Totally fair. Yes. I think there was also like a little lack of descriptions with the 3 mountains in the sanctuary. Like I did not understand what the 3 mountains meant. So I don't know. Atmosphere was definitely helped with the audiobook narrator. She brought this to life. Definitely. The narrator was amazing. And I love how she has like the accents. So it helps so much to portray the story. Yes, sometimes actions weren't clear. Yeah. That could be also more for writing, but to me it also affects atmosphere. So atmosphere I'm gonna give hmm. Yeah, maybe 5.5 actually. Um because I don't think it was that bad, but there are definitely things that could have been improved. So I think 5.5 for atmosphere for me. I'll stick with Larissa there, close to Larissa. And next up we have writing. Here we talk about if you enjoy the writing style or if the prose was to your liking. Was it hard to follow or not very readable? How was the dialogue to narration ratio? Did it flow very easily and felt beautiful but effortless at the same time? Or would you be keen on picking up another book from this author, even if it's a different genre? I think the writing, yeah, it should have been done better. The characters, the scenes, the overall of everything should have been done better. But it was, I think it was pretty easy to follow. I think some descriptions were a little bit too like complicated to make it clear. So I'm not sure about that. But overall, it was easy to follow. But at the same time, it was a bit annoying how quickly the characters changed opinions. And yeah, I don't know, confused there. I'm going with a 6 for writing or atmosphere. Not effortless in this book, sadly. No, 6. Okay. Yeah, I think Yeah, I think I'll do 6 as well because I was still hooked. But and when I needed to sit and read for 2 hours straight, I did. I didn't struggle too much with that, but I also didn't feel like picking it up all that much, even though that's intrigue again, not writing. But it all it's all connected, you know. But yeah, I listed lots of issues, but I don't think like the writing itself, as in the writing style, was bad or not good, but it was just the way it was written. Yeah, I don't know if that's writing style. I don't think I mean the same thing. Like I don't mean the prose. I mean the system. That was 6 for atmosphere. Okay, okay, yeah. I think. Oh yeah, I gave 6 to writing. That's fair. I think I approve my own rating. Next up, we have plot. So, was the pacing good? Were there any parts of the story where you thought things have dragged on and got a bit tedious? Was overall plot satisfying? Were the reveals worth the journey? Was this plot in any way unique from the other books you've read? Did it surprise you in any way? Has it left you wanting to know more? Was it too complex, too bland, or just right? I think the plot was really good. I think there were some issues with like some scenes not being developed enough, but again, I would put that to writing more, like how easily they got into the castle in Lagos. Um, but overall, I really like the plot and how it all evolved and proceeded. So I think the plot would be maybe the strongest one in this book for me. Um, I'm not sure how to rate writing style. Yeah, no, I don't know. Just whatever feels right. Whatever feels right. Spin a wheel. I don't know. You don't have to. But yeah, it's tough sometimes. But plot, I think I'm gonna give like I want to say 8, but I also don't remember half of what the hell happened. I'm gonna put 7.5. I think for the plot. I did like the plot. Um, so yeah. I like spinning a wheel. It would be funny if it landed on 10, then you would know that that's not what you should rate it. You can spin again. And if it lands on like 4 and you're like, that's okay, then that's what you can give it. Uh, I don't know what to rate plot. No. Um, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, I don't think it's as bad. The book is not as bad as people say it is, but it's also not that good. So it is hard. It is hard to rate. This is why I stopped using Copile. Okay, fair. Fair. So we can just move on. You don't need to give it rating. That's fine. That's fine. I just like to go through this with like this book club and read along. Just just maybe gives us some more ideas to discuss because maybe we forgot something. Like maybe it's a little bit of guideline to go through, but totally don't have to rate it yourself. Like that's totally fine. I don't want to force you. I just always think sometimes it brings up like, oh, actually with the characters I forgot, or oh, I wanted to say intrigue, like these kind of things. So but don't feel pressured to rate it. That's fine. I give plot a 7. Nice, nice, nice. That's good. So next we have intrigue. Intrigue. Here we wonder, were you wishing you could be reading this book instead of doing whatever you were doing, or did it take some mental convincing to pick it back up? Yeah, that would be definitely my case. Were you intrigued to see where the story goes, what happens to the characters, how things will evolve? Did the story held your attention throughout, or was it not consistent? Um, I need to correct the grammar because I read it wrong every time. Um, I would say that I did struggle to pick it up. That could also be because I just struggled. It was really really tough week last week. So I did not want to read anything. It was not like I did not want to read this book. I just did not want to read anything. I did not want to do anything. Yeah. So it was not a good week. So I don't know if that's fair to say, but I did struggle to pick it up. But towards the end, I couldn't like wait to know how it ends, and I couldn't like when I finished it, I was like, I need to know how it continues. Like I need to read the third one, which is a good sign. Um, so yeah, 7. The pace kept my attention. Good, that's good. Um, yeah, I think for intrigue, I'm gonna give it a 6. 6.5, I think I'm gonna give it. 6. I think 6 is okay. Because I did struggle, but I also had fun. Um, we have 2 more categories. Same. I also didn't start at a great time and had to reread the first 2 parts. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Um, so yeah, that can influence the way you enjoy a book. So shame, but hope the next one will be better timing. But next category is logic. Were the characters acting in accordance to their motives? Were they clear? Were you able to follow the rules of the world? Was the magic system, for example, the magic system in fantasy? Were those rules broken at any point? Did you have to stop at any point because things did not make sense or you found plot holes? Was the world building sufficient, overwhelming, or clear? Do you think the author has left too much unclear or overburdened you with unnecessary information? Did it feel like everything fit the story, setting, motives, backgrounds perfectly? Partially yes, partially no. So something, most of the things like I did not have problems with. I did not find that many plot holes. I found character holes. So the characters don't. Sorry, my voice is going. So the characters made some questionable decisions, or like I don't know. I did not like how much Zelly cared for her second. Like suddenly, like she has a second. she doesn't like him, and suddenly she is like crying her out for him because she let him die. Like, I understand the guilt, but it just came out of nowhere. And how did she become the soldier of death like that? I totally missed that. That was not explained in the second book at all. Like, to review how she became, when did they give her the name? I don't know. Like, there were lots of things that were a little strange. How did they get into the palace in the end so fast? Like, we completely skipped a fight there. um yeah, it had some issues. So I think with logic I'll go 5.5, because it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. So I think 5.5 there. um for me, the extreme swaying of actions opinions put me off a lot. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, definitely. You know what, you're right, I'll do 5. 5, there you go. Yeah, I did too. Like, it annoyed me a lot. Logic a 5 for me. Okay, yeah, the same. And then the last one is enjoyment. Did you enjoy the book overall, and was the your enjoyment consistent throughout? I think my enjoyment got higher and higher as we continued, because I got more and more into the world, and by the end, I wanted to read more. So the enjoyment would be probably like a 6.5. I enjoyed it, I think, even though I found problems with it, but I think I did enjoy it. So 6.5. So that means that will be 3 stars on Goodreads, or 3.5 on, if you work with half stars. So 3.5, which feels a little bit high, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. What did I rate the first one? When did we read that? Here. Also 3.5. 6 enjoyment. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, my total score is 6.21, so 3.5 stars. I'm not gonna rate it on Goodreads because it is a YA book, and I am not YA. I'm not young adult, so I don't feel like I can, you know, like I'm a fair reviewer. If it was a 5, I would give it 5. But if it's lower than the average, I will not rate it. I'll just rate it for myself. So 3.5, 3.5 stars. I think that's pretty accurate because I did enjoy it. Enjoyment went up and down for me. I'm at a 6 or 6.5. Yeah, that's fair. That sounds good. Um, so what did you get as a result? Or if you didn't do the copal for yourself, then what would you rate it? Just, your gut. What does your gut tell you? I would probably give it 3 stars from my gut, um, because again, I did have a good time with it. Like, I did at no point did I feel like, oh, this is not good. It's just like, this is a bit annoying, but I did enjoy it. So yeah, so that is that. Unless you can think of some more things that you wanted to bring up. 3 stars, I think, sounds good. Sounds good. Me too. Now is the question. Well, now the question is, what do we do next? Didn't do the copel, but my gut says 3 stars as well. Yeah. So we are about the same. So that's good. Now, do you feel like reading the third one as well? Did the second one make you wanna continue with the series? I mean, it is the last in the series. Um, there is. I hope there is not gonna be more. I hope that's it. And yeah, are you willing to continue with the series and read The Children of Anguish and Anarchy? I definitely will. I do want to know what happens. I'll probably start next week. Hopefully, I'll still remember what happened. And if not, I'll probably just rewatch this live show, because I think we didn't go into that much detail. But if it's only in a week, I will still remember enough if I just go through, because we did talk a little bit about the ending. So I'll probably start in a week. I think I'll make this one priority just so I don't forget so much stuff. That ending epilogue did convince me to continue. Nice. Okay. Yes, I want to read the next one. Good. I'm glad. Um, so I would say 2 weeks, because I'll start like 26th, 27th. So we could have live shows sometime the first weekend of December. 6th, 7th, 8th December. Not 6th. 6th, we have a party at the office. 7th or 8th of December. Would that work for you? Or, I mean, you don't have to say now. I'm just suggesting. We'll vote on it on the Discord, but it would be in about 2 weeks. Or is that too fast? Do you maybe want some palate cleanser, some reading in between more? Let me know. You can definitely do that and read this later. But I honestly don't know how much longer I have it from. Ooh, you guys! You want to know something? We get another point of view. Exciting. We get a new point of view. Uh, Let me know when you start. I'll join you and we can chat on the Discord about the different sections if you like. Yes, that sounds great. So I'm gonna prepare the sections again. Should I do approximately the same length as this one? Was it good? Or should I do more sections? I think it was actually quite good. 5 sections. I don't know how long this one is. Mine is 349 pages. So it's a bit shorter than this one. Like 50 pages. I don't mind. No way. No way that it's shorter. What do you mean, no way? Yeah, the sections were good. Okay. Okay. What do you mean, no way? Oh, another point of view. Another point of view. Yes, we get the point of view. One that we should have had from the start, I believe. I feel. But yes, I'm excited. Should we read what it's about? I mean, or do we want to get surprised? I kind of want to be surprised. No way, a different point of view. Yep. So we will have 4 now. It looks like. Oh no! I will need your help. There is a printing mistake here. Oh my god. You will need to take a picture of this for me if you have it. Or maybe I'll just listen to audiobook. I have audiobook, so never mind. I'll handle it. I have audiobook. That's annoying. I had that in one of my other books that I pre-ordered once. It doesn't pay off to pre-order books. Not always anyway. Yeah. But it's a library book, so I don't really care. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna set up the body read for this. I will post it. Probably not today. Maybe today. We'll see. Maybe not today. I don't know. I will do it. And then we'll have the live show sometimes beginning of December. So we don't span it too far out, because I feel this live show was quite late, which I apologize for, but I think it just worked out for all of us just fine. So love the audiobook. Hope it's the same narrator. I don't have my phone here, so I don't know, but I think so, because it was the first one as it was the same one as in the first book. So I do hope it's the same one. New allies rise. The blood moon nears. Zelly faces her final enemy, the king who hunts her heart. That sounds good. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. Actually, I hope so too, FK. Yes, the audiobook is great. Okay. Are we now satisfied with the discussion, or is there something else you guys would like to bring up? Don't hold your silence. Say it now. before we wrap up? I mean, of course, you can always later bring it up in the Discord if you forget something, or if you forgot something and you remember later. Of course, we can always discuss it on the Discord. But if you don't, then I will prepare the sections for the last book. Feel free to join that if you want to. You don't have to, of course. And then we'll vote for the live show. I'll put it up, I think, sometime this week, so we can decide when to. So people know, because also Kate was like, she wanted to also read it, but she didn't feel like she was kind of in a reading slump. So I want to also give her a bit time to read it. So we'll see. But we'll find out. Uh, did Sweden win? Sweden did win, but I was rooting for Slovakia, so I was sad. The family was happy though. The Swedish family was happy, but I was not. But that's, yeah. I think we covered everything. Good. Yeah. Okay. So I think we can wrap it up then. Um, so thank you everyone for hanging out today, for discussing the book with me, for reading the book with me. It's definitely motivating me to read more. And I'm excited to read the third book with you as well. And I'll talk to you tomorrow on my sprints. Tomorrow. So, yeah, let's do that. I wanted to say something else, but that's okay. So, unless you have anything else to do, we will wrap it up here. So, thank you so much for being here with me and talking to me about the book and having fun. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Bye.